There you go. Woo wee. Ooh wee. Greetings everybody. Greetings everybody. So come on, walk with me today. Got to get my exercise on. I can't always sit down and be still. You know, you gotta get your walk on sometimes. So today, this conversation, we're talking about that Masonic fire. We're talking about that Masonic fire today. And if you are a Mason or an Eastern Star, I just need for you a moment just to think about it. You know, just for a moment, think about the Order of the Eastern Star, what it is to you. Think about what it is to you to be a Mason. And then you're gonna have to consider when you walk around singing songs such as "This Little Light of Mine, I'm gonna let it shine." When you walk around singing songs like "We Are Soldiers in the Army," what does that look like? When you yourself don't have brotherly love in your heart for your fellow Masons. When you yourself do not amplify the office or jewel of the office that you proclaim that you have. When you yourself have dishonored your obligation as a Mason, as an Eastern Star. So this fire that dwells in those who practice the craft, this fire that dwells in those who really want to see their chapter, their lodge be successful, those members are going to be there. They're not going nowhere because the fire burns in them. See, they don't take their light and put it on the bed. They set it on the hill. They say it with their chest. They mean what they say. They're not just going to give up so easily just to solidify, just to say it's okay. See, those individuals like that are the ones who are the backbone and strength of your lodges and chapters. So as you continue your journey, you cannot allow your light to be put out. You can't do it. You cannot allow someone to come along and throw water on you and then you get pissed off and you leave. Your light has to burn. Your light has to be seen. You must speak with passion and be passionate. I was going to die. That's what you have to do. Too often, too many times, we allow others to come in our circle, in our lodges, in our chapters, and put and extinguish our light. You get disappointed because you don't see others putting in the same effort as you do. You get pissed off when a meeting comes around and everybody knows it, but they give you an excuse about why they couldn't come to the meeting. Don't be discouraged. Don't take your light and put it out. As a matter of fact, take your light and set it on a mountaintop. Let everybody see it. Because your light is going to give light to others who are trying to be light bearers like yourself. Your light is going to shine so others can see it and know that there's hope, know that the durability of trying to be the best Eastern Star, the best Mason you can be, is there. It's there. It's there. But you have to be willing to say it with your chest. Literally, say it with your chest. You know, I was at a meeting and they introduced me. They said, we'd like for past Grand Master to stand up, introduce himself. Say it with your chest. Said, greetings to everyone. I'm past master of the most wistful John G. Jones Grand Lodge of California, ancient, free, and accepted Masons. Period. I said it with enthusiasm. I said it, I said it with every cell in my body screamed it. No. And I wasn't accepting or backing down from nobody else that was in the building. No. That's who I represent as a Grand Lodge. But With these additions, no matter where I go, no matter who sees me, I represent the fraternal order of Freemasonry. I do. And you should too, as an Eastern Star. You know, that's how I take it. So yeah, I set my light up high. Do I get discouraged sometimes? Of course I do. Of course I get discouraged. Get discouraged when my wishful master don't show up at his own meeting. I get discouraged when brothers tell me they're gonna do something and they don't do it. I get discouraged when my worthy matron has called the OES meeting and everybody's giving an excuse of why they couldn't make it. I get discouraged. But the funny thing is what I've learned is through all of that, when success comes around, and success will come around, everybody want to do a picture. Look at what we did. You ain't did a damn thing but showed up. You know, when you hold grand session, there's only a few people really doing all the work. Be honest with yourself. There's only a few people doing all the work. You know, but everybody want to do picture ops. You know, man, look, great grand session. But you ain't supplied no food. You ain't even picked up nobody from the airport. You haven't been up all night. You haven't tried to be on any committees to see that things are happening right. All you are doing is enjoying the benefits of those who put the work together. That's all you're doing. But then you have the nerve enough to get mad. You get upset real quick. But you know, no. I don't know. But what I do know is that you wasn't there when the meeting was called to do these different activities to make sure that we had a successful event. Be it grand session, be it a lodge dedication, be it any events that the worthy matron or matrons of those on the committees have put together, you were nowhere around. You came around when it was photo ops. See? So now you want to stand out front. You want everybody to see your light. Like if you was in the mix. You wasn't in the mix. You wasn't in the mix at all. But for those who put in the work, for those who don't let their light go dim, for those who stand firm, for those who the Grand Master call upon to do the work, it's to you. You're the it factor. Come on, talk back to me. You're the it factor. That's the truth. You know? And I be cracking up sometimes. I remember when I was Grand Master, a sister asked me, why did I always have certain people to do certain works? I said, because those individuals are going to get the job done. Oh, but you want some of the glory, huh? You like it when everybody is saying thank you. So you want to stand up and be thanks for the work that your chapter did. Your chapter did the work in name only, but the individuals in your chapter, you wasn't included. You didn't put in no work, but you want to be there. See? I don't get it. But then again, I do. I get it. But it's funny though. It's real funny. So we who are in leadership positions, doesn't matter your Grand Lodge, you know exactly what I'm talking about. No matter how big or how small your Grand Lodge is, or your Grand Chapter is, you're still dealing with issues. You're still dealing with individuals, dealing with the same prospect of people and their mindset. So here we are. Here we are. That's the funniest thing. I've noticed that people are so quick to allow their light to be dimmed by others. I wouldn't do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm never saying that I never felt a certain way, like if I wanted to just, man, forget about it. I've had that feeling. However, when I look at the work that I put into Freemasonry, When I look at the relationships I have built with brothers from across the spectrum, it makes it worthwhile. It makes it worthwhile when I can say, I'm going to New Hampshire to visit my brothers. I'm going to, New Jersey, or I'm going to New Orleans, or I'm going to the It makes it worthwhile because I've built those relationships with those individuals, with those brother Masons, that is based on the commonality of Freemason, that is based upon the fact that we took that obligation, that oath of our own free will and accord. We did that. Now, can you stand the fire and maintain that? A lot of brothers can't maintain it because they come in, they get initiated, passed, and raised, and you don't see them no more. And they'll pay the money. You know it. They will pay the money. You got sisters like that too. They'll pay the money, and then boom, they out, they gone. Yeah, that's real talk. So, it is my hope that those of you who are worthy matrons, those of you who are wishful masters, or in position of leadership, that you will continue to set the example. Be the light. Be that fire. Because others are going to need it. Trust me, they're going to need it. Please hit the like button for me. I certainly would appreciate it. And tell somebody else about the channel. Others are going to need that support. Others are going to need for you to come around and say, brother, thank you. They're going to need it. They are. Everybody needs a little encouragement. I don't care what leadership position you may have or whom you may know. Everybody needs a little encouragement, because when you are out front as a leader and you got your light shining, there are people who are trying to dim your light. There are people who are legitimately trying to put it out. So this is what you get. This is where you're at. Greetings, greetings. What's up, little man? How you holding up? All right. That's the thing. So this is that conversation that we all need to have with our lodges and chapters. Not to let your light go out. Not to let others dim your light. They're gonna talk about you. Oh my goodness. Oh, they're gonna talk about you. Who does she think she is? How does she get to go all of these places? Who told her that she can do this? Come on now. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. I don't care what Grand Lodge you in, you gonna get it. You gonna get it, Every time I look up, she going somewhere. That's her business. She can afford to go, let her go. Because when that person's traveling in regards to the Grand Chapter or Grand Lodge, they're bringing attention and gratitude to your jurisdiction. Okay? That's what they're doing. So allow them and move out the way and let their light shine. When you get into position yourself, you're gonna need that same support. Okay? Associate matron, one day you're gonna be worthy matron. You're gonna need that same support. Wishful master, senior warden, one day you're gonna be the wishful master, or you should want to be wishful master. And you're going to need that same support. So there's nothing wrong with helping someone else's light to shine, because yours is gonna have to come up. Yours is gonna come up, And I was talking to a brother. I said, you should not just want to be a Mason. Said to a sister, you should just not want to be a sister. You should want to be the shining example of an Eastern Star. You should want to be the shining example of a Mason. Well, Brother Tony, how do you do that? By being the example. Well, what does that look like? Well, in the Eastern Star, they have 5 points. And these 5 points represents a womanhood. You know, the Lambeth where she travels. Oh, okay, I got you. And as a Mason, you know, you were sworn that you would continue to stay within due bounds, but more with your brother Mason. Oh, I got it. You also said, until I, okay, have found him or them as worthy and well qualified as I am myself. These are just some of the things that you said, my brother. You know? So, and this is how you keep your light burning. This is how you keep that light on top of a mountain. Be the light. Be it. Don't talk about it, be about it. You know? I hear a lot of noise and chatter, you know, regarding Freemasonry. And I'm telling you, Freemasonry is changing before your very eyes. And some of you refuse to even acknowledge it. But it's happening. Freemasonry is changing before your very eyes. But you can't see it. You know why you can't see it? Because you refuse to travel. You refuse to go beyond the borders. You refuse to see the change that is happening. So you close your eyes. You're like, no, this can't be happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's what you do with it. It's how you manifest it, you know? It's how you take the very small things and make them grander. That's how you do it. If I can go every place I've been invited to go this year, God knows. Man, but I'm not putting my energy into going everywhere I've been invited to go. So I have to pick and choose, you know? You should pick and choose. If you are a sister of the Order of the Eastern Star, or a brother of the craft, and you have been personally invited to come fellowship with other Masonic brothers across the waters or within the United States, go. You need to go. If you don't have that invite this year, when you get the invite next year, you need to go. You need to go see something different and let that light shine. You know, just as the stars give light at night and the moon reflects the rays of the sun, that's how you need to be. You know, that's how you need to be. Don't sit down, don't be idle, you know? Well, I ain't got no money. You don't have no money because you don't want no money. Well, I ain't got it. As long as you say you ain't got, you will never have. You'll never have. That's a bet. I was talking to one of my dear friends, and I told him, I said, I'm never, ever gonna say I'm broke. Never gonna say it. I'm never gonna speak those words into existence. Never gonna do it. You know? Once you get that out in life, never settle for what you think, oh, I got it now. No, you got it for that moment. You have it for that moment. No, keep striving. Keep persevering. Keep moving. No, now is not the time to give up. Now is not the time to settle in. When I pass from here and I transition into eternity, I want to pass away with the trial in my hands. Glass as the sand slips through. Hear me clearly. when I transition from here, I want to have the trial in my hands. And I want to look at the hourglass and say, look, I did my part. I did my part. I served my purpose. And then I'm okay. Because as a Mason, the work is never done. It's never done. And that's how I take it. That's how I see it. That's for me. Now you, my brothers, you, my sisters, you're going to have to see it for yourself. You're going to have to invest in it yourself. That's what you're going to have to do. You know, that's how you're going to have to see it. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And so we find ourselves in situations, you know, to where could it have been better? Yes, it could have been better. But it's not. It's not better. It's not better because you allow someone to put your light out. Stop allowing others to come around you and dim your light. If you know that person is foul, you know they foul. You know they ain't no good? No, bruh, I can't have it. No, sis, we good. But if you want to do better, oh, come on, hang out. If you want to do better, but no, as a man thinketh, so he be it. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is why I talked the other day or not long ago about spells and how we use our language and our tongue to bring forth life or death to someone. And I honestly believe that we have that capability to do that. So wherever I go, whomever I'm engaged with in conversation, I'm going to speak life into you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to speak life into you. Now, you may not necessarily agree with everything I have to say, but if we're going to be around each other, we got to speak life into each other. Period. I'm not asking you to agree with everything. I'm just saying that on this journey that we're on, in the craft and in the Order of the Eastern Star, you have to be able to speak life into the next star, into the next brother of the craft. And a lot of times we don't do it because we get jealous. Who does she think she is? Who do he think he is? You know, we tried that. Why you want to do it again? You know, so stop running off your members. Embrace the youngsters. And I was told by a good friend of mine, he said, you know, it's kind of strange that you see gang members going after our youngest brothers and our youngest sisters. And we are saying that we got to wait till they're 21 and 20 to be Masons in the Eastern Star. He said, but the gang members aren't waiting. They're not waiting on till they become adults to be gang members. You know, the Eastern Stars and Freemasons should be used as a rites of passage. But we don't offer that to our youngsters. We need to. Our young men who are in school need to have a rites of passage to go through. And a lot of times they don't have it. The young ladies need to have a rites of passage, and a lot of times they don't have it. They need to be taught etiquette. The young men need to be taught etiquette, a rites of passage, how to be, how to treat, how just all of that encompass that you get out of Freemasons, out of Freemasonry, the Order of the Eastern Star. All of that needs to be passed down to this younger generation that's coming up because they need that rites of passage. They need it. The gang members are like, we got something for you. Oh, you want a rites of passage? You got to go and kill such and such. That's your rights. You got to earn these stripes. And we can do the same thing if we don't allow our light to go out. We can do the same thing. We just got to stop setting eyelid by and go get our youngsters and let them know about the Order of the Eastern Star and the Freemasons and what it is and what it meant to be as we travel. You got to offer it to them. Oh, well, we don't recruit. Ah, man, I'm tired of that bull. Going after the young men and young ladies
being seniors in high school. I'm going. I'm going and I'm telling them, look, I'm a Mason. What do you think? You know, what do you think about being, what have you heard about being a Mason? What's your idea? And they give you all of the Illuminati things. But you who practice it, you who are in the lodge, you who are in the chapters, need to go get them and explain to them the differences of what they see on television, on YouTubes and those things, and give them the correct information as far as the enlightenment that one receives the attributes of what it is to be a lady, the attributes of what it is to become a man, youth, manhood, age. We need to go get our youth and use masonry to do it. And stop saying, well, no, we gotta wait. Wait on what? Nobody else is waiting but you. Nobody else is waiting but you. No one else is waiting. Gang members are not waiting. Police is not waiting. Ain't nobody waiting but you, because you feel they're not ready. Man, this younger generation is more ready than any other generation that's out there, and they are going to be our future leaders. So why not give them something tangible? Let them see that light. Let them see it. And when I say that light, let them see the example of how a man should be. A man. Let them see the example of how a woman should be. A woman. And stop binary and all that other stuff that comes along with it. No. Our youth needs a rites of passage. Our youth need to see this thing we call light. Our youth needs that. They need it. They need it. And stop sitting idly by and waiting on someone else to come do some things for you when you can do it for yourself. We can do it. You know, go out and be. Go out and be. You know, I've been invited to the International Order of the Egyptian Rites. They're having 2 conventions. One is going to be coming in Texas, and I think that's in September. There's another Egyptian rites ceremonies and rites of passage is going to be held in Phoenix. So I'm going to pick and choose which one I want to go to. If you're not a part of the primitive rites, you know, so be it. But if you are, these are 2 national conventions that are coming up. One is in Phoenix, Arizona in December, and one is in September in Houston, you know. So that's me. I'm not sitting idly by and waiting. I'm gonna make sure that my light is being seen, make sure my light is shining, make sure I be the best example I can be. I'm not saying I'm not without flaws. Never said that. I said I want to be the best example I can be. And that's the example of a Mason. Until next time, peace and be well. And whatever you do, keep your light on, stay out the bushes. And remember this, I'm not your study guide, but I'm here to help you study. Peace. I'm out.